I just need. Whoa, what's that camera all grady? It looks okay now. You know what? All I need is 16 more subscribers. Why do I have this? Oh, I'm so happy my headset is working. I promised myself I wasn't going to go out on weekends and save all my energy for weekdays because I can't guarantee I'm going down to Smithsonian. I can't guarantee I'm going to get paid. It seems like, not to say that, what doesn't profit the world, the man to gain the world and lose his soul, but it seems like a lot of the tourists, I think a lot of people are coming from the Los Angeles, the tragedy. I think a lot of people came here from all of the fires and floods that things have been going on, because nothing personal, but most of the people that I see here in DC, they're not tourists. They're like visiting, or they just got here in Washington DC. Because I'm going to tell you, not that I'm looking for them to give me money or anything like that, but these look like I need to do a subscribe drive for these people. They are not. How can you say it? How can I say it without insulting people? These people look like they came from that they're recovering from some kind of tragedy. It's not the richest people in the world. It looks like the poor people campaign. It looks like, it's a lot of. I hope nobody takes this the wrong way, but there's a lot of people in town that looks like they're not doing good. It looks like they're, Now, when people go on vacation, it's a different thing. They save their money up. I remember I saw a guy that lost his wallet. He had all of the money in there in cash. Somebody found that wallet. He dropped it. It fell out his pocket. They didn't tell him. He was sitting right there all that time, too. I know whoever found that wallet didn't say, "Hey, excuse me, sir, you dropped it. Whose wallet is this?" Because the look on his face, all of he'd been saving up for a long time. And his wife said that it was like $27,000 or something like that, or $15,000. It was like in the thousands. And the look he had on his face, like I'm never going to forget that guy's look. But I say that to say that most of the people I've been seeing walking around in D.C., they're not vacation tourists. They're not vacation tourists. They are people who are here in Washington, D.C., and there's a lot of new people. I guess a lot of people probably, I think it might have been some people from the Los Angeles fire. It might have been all of the different tragedies. And it's a bunch of Ukraine people, too. It's a lot of people from different countries that are not here on vacation. They're not here on vacation. I was wondering with the cherry blossoms thing. I was wondering, and also too, I'm not in my prime. I'm not in the zone where years ago I knew how to make money and play, and for the whole time I would be playing and jamming for like at least 20 minutes to a half an hour straight without even taking a breath or taking a break and recoup. Because I remember years ago, this little girl, I was playing at the top of the escalator, and people were going down, and people were and she stopped right in front of me, blocking the people, because she was amazed that everybody that walked past, like every 5 people will walk past, or they'd be like 6 people in a row, and then it'd be like 8 people would go by and not give them, and then there'd be 12 people in a row, and she was amazed. She was amazed. She stood there, and I said, "Don't stand right there. You're blocking." She said, "You're making." The young girl, I know she had to be like 14 or 15. She wasn't even. And she said, "You're making $5 a minute anyway." What? She was like she was in a barrel of crabs, and she was a crab. She wanted to pull somebody else down. She wasn't happy for me. Sometimes people see me making a lot of money, and they're happy. They want to be a part of it. They want to throw their money in there too, so it can be more money. More money, more money. Well, some people see you making money, and they want to go out their way to make you stop making money. Believe it or not, I've been doing this for over 40 years, and I know But anyway, I'm saying that most of the people here in Washington D.C. are not people who save their money to go on vacation. So, that being said, I think a lot of people here are here recouping. They come. We just had a whole bunch of stuff going on here, all over the United States, all over the world, really. And I think a lot of these people are recouping. You know what I'm saying? Say what I said. A lot of people are recouping. I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them just because they don't have money to give me. Maybe we should do a prayer. Should pray for. I noticed it because I've been doing this for a long time. So I noticed. I can even tell in the city in Washington D.C. I can tell when people got paid. I could tell how they walk. Majority of the people, I could tell when the eagle fly. I could tell the way people walk that they just got paid and they have money in their pocket. It's a certain walk. It's like when somebody puts on a tuxedo, you walk different when you're dressed up. You walk different when you have money in your pocket, And these people are not walking like they, and some of them, I want to be honest, when I went out, I'm not dressed like this. I'm dressed normal. I had on all black and I had my mask on. Some people, their children are not used to seeing people like me. Even with my mask on, all you can see is a little bit, because like when I was coming up, my parents would say, don't stare. If if you're going to stare at somebody, at least don't let them notice. I mean, they like staring at me. And it's they're not staring at me because of I'm not wearing a costume or anything. I'm dressed normal. I want to be honest, I think they're not used to seeing me. They haven't seen me before. They see people coming back and forth to work. But I've been doing this for 40 years. I can tell when somebody's staring at me, just staring. And actually, I want to tell you, a lot of people that I want to tell you, their children, they look like they scared to death. They look like they scared to death of me. And when I walk over past, have to go past and conduct something or go to the machine or something, like they're scared to death. I want to tell you the truth. Some of these children are scared to death of me. What did I do? Is it they're not used to seeing me or something? I'm just talking. And I could tell their parents too. And I have yet to see somebody say to their child, because it's so obvious, they're staring at me right in my. You know what? I was attempted. I don't want to start any trouble or anything, but instead of going to Subway, if the people gonna be staring like that, I'm put on my sunglasses so they can't see. But what if somebody's just staring at me, just staring? What if I just look? What if I do this? What if if somebody's staring at me? What if I'm minding my own business, okay? If somebody's just staring, what if I go like this? And just start looking at them while they're looking at me. But then again, I want to tell you the truth. There have been, I'm play the race card like my father used to say. There have been people who got locked up and beat up because somebody would call and say that they didn't feel comfortable that person was staring at them. I saw it on YouTube. You see it on YouTube. The police would come because they said they didn't feel comfortable that person was staring at them. But it's people staring at me, y'all. Peace and grease, peace and hair grease, peace and love. You know what? I want to see how some of this stuff here. I have little things here that in this streaming platform here. It's some stuff here I'm supposed to be able to use. I think you have to pay for it to upgrade. But let me get out of here, y'all. I'm going to start getting my day. There's a lot of stuff I need to get done. I don't know if I'm going to. I'd rather stay home, instead of on weekends, because like I said, down the Smithsonian, there's a lot of people in town, and they are not. It's a lot of people in town. Some, I guess, they protesters or whatever, but it's a lot of people in town, and they are not tourists. The large percentage of people walking around in Washington D.C. are not tourists, and they didn't bring a bike with them, so it's no use me going out breaking my neck trying to go out there, and just because there's a lot of people here. But they're not here to enjoy themselves and spend money. I think a lot of them are here because of some of the tragedies that happened here in the United States, and they got transferred from Los Angeles to fires and different places. A lot of people from Ukraine. It's a lot of different people here that look like they just holding on to what they got. I guess this is what's going on in this world now. Like I said, I've been doing this for 40 years, so I can look at people and tell if they tourists, if they have money, if they ready to spend money, or if they just that you need to give them something. And they look like they need to get something. I need to do a benefit. Matter of fact, if I ever do go out and play and make a big money, because I usually give my money to like the homeless people, I have some extra. If there's somebody around, I give it to them. Or if I make the big bucks, I give it to a young couple with a stroller, especially if they're in the grocery store. They shopping. Now I see why people do that when they go to the YouTube people that have the money. They go in the grocery store and they pay. When people come up to the register, they walk past and swipe the card and pay for it for them, and just keep walking. It's a good feeling to help people. Matter of fact, that's what they said. The Bible say, work hard so you have to give to other people. I had it a couple of times when I did have my big bucks. I made sure I was doing my tithes. Actually, you're supposed to pay. You're supposed to, if you're not going to church. I just found out too, the tithes is not biblical. It's not. But it's always good to give. But you can't prove. Matter of fact, Billy Graham even preached that tithes is not even part of the thing you're supposed to be doing. But it won't hurt. But don't be thinking that you're supposed to. It won't hurt at all. Matter of fact, it'll benefit you. That your storehouses will be full. You give, pressed down, shaken together, you'll have plenty. Believe me, if you give away. But I tell you what, $1, what's it going to hurt you to take a dime out of $1 and give it to somebody else? $10 out of $100. You got $100, you give $10 away. $1,000, you give $100 away. As it start getting bigger money, it seems like it's more. It seems like you're losing out, but it's not. It's still $1 on a dime. I mean $1 on $10. It's a penny on $1. No, it's $10 on a dime. A dime is 1 penny. $1 is 10 cents. Is that right? $100 is $10. $10 is $1. Peace and grease, peace and hair grease. I'm finished, y'all. Subscribe, y'all. Subscribe.